Hi everyone, welcome to Good Morning Toowoomba with Ben Apsey and
I'm Darryl Nicholson, or DJ on GMT. How are you, mate? DJ on Good Morning Toowoomba.
there we go, the producer of Good Morning Toowoomba. Yeah, I'm great. How are you, Darryl? Great weekend for you out in Stanthorpe.
Yeah, it didn't really do much. We went out to the winery, but sort of caught up on a few movies and just chilled out, really. Went down to the CBD on Saturday. It was a little bit busy. People are aware. I must admit, Stanthorpians are really good. You'd be walking along and we're conscious and we're walking around each other and keeping that distance. So it was evident I was seeing that in Stanthorpe. I did see some reports on from different people that are friends of mine and different contacts I've got. No social, I want to be really careful here, but the words they were using was there was no social distancing at Grand Central, and not knocking Grand Central management or security. I'm sure they would have been on top of that. But people ourselves, we've still got to be aware, spacing, hand washing, touching your face, all that sort of stuff. Agree?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just being mindful of your surroundings and the people that are around it. So I know, like myself and one other person down, both of us waiting for a coffee the other day in town and doing the right thing, metre and a half apart. And a gentleman come down the street on an electric wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So we parted to make sure that there was space for him. But for some reason, he stopped right in between us and coughed.
Mm-hmm.
So just simple things like we did the right thing, and it might have just been an honest mistake, but that sort of stuff can get you into trouble. So
that's right, and you're going to know. I know if I'm going to sneeze, I'll walk away and do that sort of stuff. So just again, basic things, and I reckon there's going to be shows like, mate, I watch Home and Away. I think Home and Away shortly, when they get into their new recording, will do some stories about this. And education.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes of all the stories from the coronavirus pandemic. And I mean, there are a lot of countries that are still not in the clear at all. You know, New York City alone has had over 30,000 people die. So it's quite a serious thing in the rest of the planet. And in Australia, just we did everything right in the start, and we just need to keep doing that so that we stay on the right track.
Exactly, mate. I've got a funny one here. If we are closing down non-essential businesses, why is the government still open? Now, Premier...
Well, is the Queensland government really open?
Well, mate, a bit of a hiccup on the weekend, and fortunately, she didn't get away with it for the second or third time, but Jackie Trad fell on a sword and resigned the ministerial seats, and we've got a new Deputy Premier now.
Yes, a bit of a reshuffle, a permanent reshuffle from what Palaszczuk has stated in her media statement as well, following Jackie Trad falling on her sword. And it'll be interesting to see, because Jackie Trad got through on preferences in Brisbane South, which is where she was, which is council-wise down there, quite a Greens seat. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the upcoming state election down there, whether that seat will fall to the Greens, whether people will vote against both and go for the alternates with One Nation or the LNP, or whether they will stick with Jackie Trad down in that seat. And likewise up here, you know, people want to know, well, what's going to happen down in Brisbane? Well, what's going to happen with Toowoomba North? People are asking, who's the candidate for Toowoomba North for Labor? Who's the candidate for Condamine for Labor? They've announced Toowoomba South. Why aren't they announcing the rest?
Yep, that'll be interesting to see. And look, I'm loving the work Anna Palaszczuk's doing. It's really tough times. And I was especially proud, and you know I would be, the Honourable Kate Jones has taken on another portfolio. I'm a big fan of Kate Jones. You know that, so.
Yes, we got to meet Kate Jones at the Carnival Flowers.
So, and the airport, Wagners Airport. Yeah, I met her there and got my photo taken with her, but I'm a big fan of hers. So great job in tourism.
That's it, yeah. Tourism, the arts, culture. I'm very, very much looking forward to some cultural stuff coming back in. So
yeah, good. Mate, tonight, trivia is on again. Ian Stewart and I have another secret location. And it is a cracker. So 7 o'clock tonight, tune in, Toowoomba 4350 TV, trivia night. And Simon Payton has got 10 or 15 questions about Toowoomba history as well. So we'll be tuning in with Simon. We're going to get him on the phone and do that as well. But secret location, you've got to guess where it is. You will not be disappointed with what we're doing tonight.
So long as your secret location isn't like Nat Sparry's secret locations, which he uses for his sleep outs. So
No. This will blow your mind. So I'm quite excited, actually. So I just want to grab a story here from the Chronicle, mate. The work in James Street is happening on the East Creek development there. So just beware, there's going to be major road work. It is in the Chronicle today. So James Street on that East Creek side there, 3 months they're talking to rebuild that, and that's all part of the water flood mitigation, that sort of thing, and traffic. So because that's been a hot spot for years for water.
Yes, and it's a vital piece of infrastructure that needs to be upgraded, and it can be done. So now that the bypass is open, so
yeah. So if you want to read that story, it's in the Chronicle. It'll be in the paper today, and it's on the online as well. So, mate, look, lots happening. So, if you'd like us to come into your business, I put a reach out last night to a couple of businesses. We like to get away from the coffee shops. We love our coffee shops, but if you'd like us to come in there, just message Ben or myself, and we'll come down.
Maybe we can grab a coffee and then go to their business.
Yeah, and bring them one as well. So, and we'll keep the social distancing and do a story on your little business as well, because support local, think local, buy local, and that's what it's about. So, mate, that's about all I've got today. 60 minutes. Very interesting. Again, we talk about the social distancing. If you get a chance, I normally call 60 minutes 48 minutes of BS with 12 minutes of commercials, but it was quite good last night. A 29-year-old got coronavirus. He is struggling now. His lack of energy. He doesn't know what he's going to do with his life. And tell you what, mate, I don't want to get it.
No, and that's it. And there was a map put out of the potential hotspots for a second wave as well.
Yeah.
But I think if we do the right thing, we'll get the economy back on track. We'll keep the curve flattened, and we should be on the road to recovery. Globally, though, I don't think it's going to be good for probably the next 12 to 18 months. It's my prediction. So.
Yeah, Italy's getting a little bit of a spike again. America's still struggling, so it's quite interesting. Trump tried to wind back a COVID committee, got a bit of backlash there, trying to finish it a bit too early, especially when a couple of Saturdays ago, 200 homeless people were found dead in the subways. So pretty scary stuff. So, but mate, that's about it. Mate, happy birthday! 21 episodes of GMT today. I forgot to tell you that.
21. We're 21 in. Only another 3,021 to go. So
that's right.
hopefully more than that. But yes, no, it's really interesting that there's all these countries starting to wind down, and it's really important that we do get the economy back on track.
Yep.
But we should be focused on our health to start with, and it's a good chance. And you would have seen that our guest speaker Justin McGovern had a nice article in the Spectator over the weekend, and calling on this as a good opportunity to rejig how we do things in Australia, to get away from reliance on globalisation and become a little bit more self-dependent with industry. And it's a really, really good example. And another friend of mine said it's a great opportunity for us to have some sort of Silicon Valley idea sort of, investigated at least, if not started. We've got the Pulse Data Centre out in Charlton that is a really good step in that right direction for advancing technology with better infrastructure. So maybe this is a good chance for that sort of industry to really take off in our region.
Oh, definitely, mate. Definitely. There's some great stories on ABC News this morning about a company used to make face masks, and they've got all their old equipment that's 30 years old now. They got the Australian government involved, Defence Force. They helped them redesign new equipment with the equipment they've got, and now they're punching out. Oh, mate, they've got a contract to punch out millions of face masks now. So it's innovation, and that's what it's about. And I'm doing the same thing. Every day I'm trying to think what to do, because I don't think the club's going to open until mid-July, and JobKeeper's coming to an end. But ScoMo's sort of, I don't know, he was scaring me the other day. He's sort of thinking it might finish in June, but he did promise 6 months. But we've got to be innovative and think about where we are in this space at the moment, like you're studying and doing some other things as well, and other people are thinking about that. So, yeah.
That's it. And anything special that was done for Mother's Day, by all means, send us some photos.
Yeah.
We can put that in as well. Pop that on our page. I know I made breakfast and dinner last night, so nice hot cooked breakfast.
Nice.
Had avocado, spinach, the works, and then dinner. Nice chorizo and bacon carbonara for dinner last night.
Beautiful. 11th of May 2020, and I'm DJN from GMT. And Toowoomba 4350 TV, more than just a postcode.
And thanks for joining us today. Lovely top of 20 degrees in Toowoomba today. I'm Ben Apsey with Good Morning Toowoomba.